I have a question for you.
Yeah?
Speaking of girls,
No.
why do girls pay less for airsoft in Japan?
Yeah.
Why is that? What do you think? What do you think is the...
Are you talking about like the field prices?
Yeah, the
and
field
whatnot?
prices. It's like 1,000 yen less.
Yeah, I think it's for like basically.
Oh, cheers, by the way.
cheers.
Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a nice one.
It is.
Corn, bourbon. Yeah, Four Roses. It's probably the best you can get before bourbon starts getting too expensive.
I see.
Yeah, Four Roses. Remember that. Anyway, so why do girls pay less?
I think it's I think Japan is kind of conscious that like I guess like Japanese most of the fields are conscious that there's especially the outdoor fields. I think they're conscious that their style of like the fields and like the popular style of gameplay, they're definitely not exactly for girls. I mean, they're not even for certain dudes. Like, because especially for outdoors, it gets dirty. So there's so many dust. There are full auto games where people just turn you into like just pepperoni. There's so many. Yeah, that's definitely not attractive for girls. So I guess it's
easier for them to join.
Exactly, that's one thing. And then there's also like, in general, like female population in airsoft is significantly lower than male.
That's true.
So by making the prices a little bit lower, I think it's like it's easier for them to like I want to just like spend another 3,000 just go play airsoft again. And like it's easier.
Yeah, because there's already not enough of them.
Exactly.
And plus, if the girls come out, the guys might come out. I don't know.
Could be.
I've never actually seen flirting at airsoft fields. Like everyone's just doing their own thing.
It does happen once in a while. I tell you, I'm telling you, it usually doesn't end well.
Oh my god.
I've seen a dude who tried to flirt with this girl, but I could tell, looking at the vibes and everything, I could tell he was inexperienced.
Oh god.
And he was trying his best. He was trying to show off his like 200K gun. I'm like, I was listening to him like from like 3 feet away. I'm like, what the fuck?
No, bro.
Yeah, like I was impressed about the gun, but not his like seducing techniques.
Not his riz, no riz.
No riz at all, brother.
It's actually it's funny because there's a rule at EKB, Bob.
Yeah.
Where one of the rules is do not yell at don't touch other players and don't fall in love. Literally, it says don't fall in love. I'm like, oh my god.
It does happen because
I guess it happens.
Yeah, because I've seen certain incidents where guys turn into weird stalkers. Like I don't know, like especially like this is an era of social media. People could follow each other so easily. And like I've actually seen a female player who basically was stalked by this other like 30-year-old like slightly good-looking player. I have to admit, his face was okay. He was like He could have been one of those like host host dudes in like Kabuki. He could have been one of those, but even that like he was acting very creepily, and once he was doxxed, everyone shot on him, and I've never seen him again. Never seen him again.
Damn.
Yeah, it's really harder to like keep female players around.
Even it's hard enough to keep male players around.
Yeah, so
I guess they just gotta. I don't know. That would never fly in America. I was like, well, excuse me.
Excuse me. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's crazy.
Quality, yeah.
I'm just down for it. I just wish they'd lower the price for everybody. Like, man, it's expensive, man. It's like 30,500.
Yeah.
5,000 play.
Like I don't know, like even like other than airsoft, a lot of like the amusement parks, like even like those kind of places, they tend to like lower the prices for
girls.
women and children. Yeah.
It's just the Japan meta. They just do it.
Yeah.
They're living in the 19, literally year 19. Thanks again for upgrading the gas guns.
You're welcome.
Because the real reason I'm doing it is because one, lilacs, and two, the gas ban, right?
Oh yeah.
So it even says like on the box for the Glock. Was it the Glock or the ACAM? One of them. It says on the box is like non-fluon gas is gonna run out, and the white gas is 10% lower, like the power.
Exactly.
I was like, wow, they're actually like acknowledging it now.
Yeah.
So that was one of the reasons why I wanted to upgrade it, right? And did a pretty good job. We just changed the bucking in the barrel on this one, and then the other one, the XM4, which everyone loves on the channel. We upgraded the bucking barrel, chamber, and the hop arm. So I kind of wanted to ask you from like a tech perspective.
Oh, yeah?
First of all, what upgrades were actually like worth it. Like obviously, all disclosure, guys, these upgrade parts were sent in by Lilacs, and of course we gotta have our ting tings lings. But what do you think? Like no ties, no nothing. What are you thinking? You don't have to say that Lilacs is shit, but I'm just saying like out of all these parts, which one is like the most necessary to like prepare to give yourself more power or whatever for a gas gun? You have a couple yourself, right? So
yeah. So I guess my choice, and especially if you're like, this is especially for people who are not so sure about like what to do with like the buffer and like buffer springs and like the tray box and whatnot. They just like, yeah. For my, honestly, that was me.
yeah.
And then, so because of that background, the two of my like most worth kind of upgrades were the hop-up bucking and the inner barrel, really.
Yeah, bucking barrel.
Yeah, honestly, it just boils down to that too, really.
I thought the hop-up arm is like the big one for this guy.
It is like, that's also like, if you could get it, that's definitely good. But because of the way the the MWS hop-up assembly is made, like like on the original, like the stock hop-up unit, there's the hop-up arm that's pushing into a rubber
nub.
AEG
nub.
Yeah, the hop-up. Yeah, the hop-up nub.
Yeah.
And then and also like that is interchangeable with other like AEG hop-up nubs, which I really like. So in my on my MWS, I currently have changed I guess I've changed the hop-up bucking into maple leaf.
Yeah.
The inner barrel to Lilacs.
Nice.
And then, and then the hop-up nub into, I think it was also like Lilacs that I like slightly cut.
So you had a nub. You actually got a nub.
Yeah, I actually changed the nub.
Because this one, the arm doesn't need the nub. It's like it's built
exactly.
in.
Yeah, that's the benefit of the arm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and also
Consistency then.
Exactly. So like one of the issues with the original arm and the hop-up nub is that the hop-up nub, because it's a rubber ring basically.
Yeah.
Not exactly a ring, but like a rubber tube looking thing.
It's a piece of rubber.
It's a piece of rubber. And then there's the arm that's pushing that rubber down into the hop-up bucking. But then because, there's the, like the arm is pushing pushing it down, but then the rubber nub itself would like flex, and then it would.
Yeah, so there's a variable. It's like you're pushing on something to push on something to push on something.
Yeah, exactly. So at that point, even if you turn on the hop to max, on certain batches, like the hop really it barely pops. It barely pops out.
That's why I didn't like it. That's why I didn't like this, because 25 meters on 2.5s outdoors, not lifting.
Yeah, that was the same for my case.
Yeah. So we just tested this. Its groupings are crazy on this, but like I'm confident that this is going to be good now for outdoors.
Yeah.
Why don't you polish that, and then move on to the next question. Cheers, mate. So, I have a question for you. Black or green?